Yeah. Flight crew, what it do? YouTube fam, what's happening? We in this thing. Gang, gang, you hear me? We back with another review. Y'all know we still on that Hempire Direct. You know what I'm saying? We still on Hempire Direct and we going strong. So let's without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. Today, we gonna be reviewing that lifter. You know what I'm saying? This is that good morning time strain right here. This that good pick me up, that lifter that you need in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So for those of us that need a little pick me up, a little push, maybe to get your day started. You know what I'm saying? Take some of this with your coffee or something, and get your day cracking. You know, change your mood, elevate yourself a little bit. That's where this good old lifter will come in. So we're going to check it out and see what this lifter is talking about. Again, as far as the paperwork and everything, COAs, I'll go ahead and put the COA right here for you. Feel free to pause it on the screen if you need to, enlarge it, do whatever you need to do so you can, you know, fully see the numbers and everything on there. All right, so that's the COA for lifter. Now, if you're interested in seeing unboxings and everything like that, go back a few videos to the epic video. You'll see the unboxing, see the packaging, you know, and all of that. I did actually hear back from the owner over at Hempire Direct. He did see my reviews, obviously. Took some of the stuff into consideration, so he will be changing the shipping label so it no longer says Hempire Direct directly on the label, and then they're gonna start including the little QV, the scan codes, where you'll be able to scan and take you right to the COA. So that'll be included now with your packaging, or if it'll be on the new bags, or however they're gonna do that. They are gonna have a little QR. I said a QV. They'll have a QR code for you to scan. But they did change that shipping label. It's always good when the company actually watches your reviews and takes into consideration what you're saying, and then when they go back and make changes, that's even that much better, because they're listening to the customer, they're receiving your feedback, and they're making necessary changes. So thumbs up to you over at Hempire Direct for doing that. Let's see what this lift is talking about. I hope you all are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. It's Sunday. I know the weekend seems like it go by so fast. First thing, kind of get like to kind of shake it up a little bit when they be in the bags. Okay. So the lifter kind of has a earthy kind of it still got a little funk. It's got a kind of a earthy kind of a funk to it. Yeah, I'm getting just a kind of a earthy, almost gassy kind of a fragrance to it. So let's jump right into it. We'll kind of look at some of these buds. We'll just grab some right off the top. Start inspecting the flower, you know what I'm saying, and get right into this review. All right, so the lifter. One thing I noticed right off the top, and then you can kind of see it through into the bag as well, that it is kind of stalky. I will say that it is stalky. As you can tell, like I'm seeing a lot of kind of stalky pieces in here. So it is stalky. The buds themselves are going to be kind of a little bit larger than what would be considered smalls, but they're not like the largest kind of buds. I'll say they're about medium-sized buds. You guys can see that yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen smalls that are actually a lot smaller than this, so I wouldn't consider these to be smalls. Some companies would, and normally the ones that do, that's a good thing, because these are bigger than what a lot of people put out as smalls. I say these are about medium size, but they do just kind of have a lot of little stalks with them. Similar to the legendary OG that we reviewed not too long ago from Hempire Direct, and also the strain that we reviewed as well, the Grape Ape, where they kind of borderline got that kind of crunchiness to them, so not really dry, but they teetering, they tiptoeing right on that border of being kind of dry. Let me see if y'all can hear this. So you hear that kind of snap, crackle, pop. Some people look forward to that and feel like that's how you know it's fully cured, is when it kind of has that little kind of snap and crackle to it. And I mean, it broke right down just from doing that. So while we got one broke down, let's go ahead and do a sticky test. Y'all can see that. Let me use my face as the background so y'all can see. Okay, we'll give it another go. We'll do 2 out of 3. Okay, so not bad. Again, like the previous flower, kind of to be expected, just because it is kind of right at that kind of dry, borderline kind of dry level. So that's not bad. Still got some nice stickiness to it. Flower, other than that, I mean, it's not a bad trim. You know, it's kind of got the machine trimmed look to it. I'm not really sure if it's hand trimmed or not. It's kind of got the machine trim look. Or maybe a grade or so above machine trim, kind of between machine trimmed and hand trim level. Let's crack one open. I mean, it does have a little funk to it. Yeah, you kind of get a little, you kind of can get an idea of the kind of funk to it. I mean, some lifter I've had isn't necessarily really funky like a Kush or a Diesel anyway. So I wasn't expecting it to just be mind blowing, you know, pungent funk, you know, because it's lifter. Anyway, so, but it does have that kind of earthy kind of smell to it. So I'm kind of hand breaking this up just because I wanted to see more. I wanted to kind of feel that stickiness, because it does feel like, as I'm breaking it down, it's definitely a little more sticky. And I wanted to separate a lot of these stalks as well. I don't want to put them in the grinder. So I wanted to kind of hand break this down as much as possible. Which when you got stalks, y'all know that be a bitch sometimes, because the stalks and the sticks be sticking you and stabbing you in your fingers. I haven't had that happen just yet, thank the Lord. You know, I haven't been stabbed or anything, you know what I mean? But it does have a nice, for what it is, I'm not gonna front and say it's nice. It's got some nice stickiness to it. You all can see my fingers. You can see what's left on my fingers from just doing this breakdown. So it's got a nice stickiness to it. It's not overly dry or anything like that. So don't get me wrong. Don't misconstrue or mistake my words when I tell you it's kind of tiptoeing on the borderline of being dry. It's still got some decent amount of moisture. This may be something, if you want yours a little more moist, you can put it in a jar. And if you have your own Boveda packs, or you can order your own Boveda packs or the Integra Boost packs, whichever you prefer, and just throw a couple of those in there with it. You know, that may kind of moisten it up a little bit, maybe fluff out the buds a little bit more when you throw those packs in there. So it may provide a little hydration. You know what I'm saying? It may provide a little hydration to the flower if you prefer it. You know, some people like it just like it is right now. Some people I've seen, they want it to have that crunch when you go to breaking it. You know, that's what some people are looking for, just to know that it's properly cured. And if that's what you're looking for, then yes, this has a nice proper cure to it. I just kind of prefer mine to be a little more on the moist side. That way, if I want to kind of continue the cure and dry it out a little more at home, I can do that. You know, but again, to each his own. That's just your personal preference there. All right, so we already got enough broke down. Let's go ahead and I'm going to cut right now. We're going to cut directly into the video, the up close shots, you know what I'm saying? And let y'all kind of see what this lifter is looking like up close. And then we'll be right back at you, flight crew. All right, flight crew. So you got to see the up close and personal shots. So you did kind of get to see what the flower is looking like. So it's got a nice look. I mean, that seems to be Hempire Direct seems to be consistent across the board with the flower, as far as just decent looking, flower. Plenty of trichomes. You seeing the light green and the orange and everything in there. So they seem to be consistent with that. They not, they not just putting out flower that just is just bad. You know what I'm saying? They're not just putting out no garbage. They do have a nice consistency with their flower. So I will give them that, because a lot of people, you get stuff from them and it's just all over the place. Some shit is good, some shit is trash. At least they saying they staying consistent. You know what I'm saying? So I will give them that. They are being consistent with the kind of quality, the cure, and everything of what you're receiving from them. Hopefully I don't tear this wrap up, man. That's one thing about it being a little dry. You kind of got to put it, if you're doing a cone like me, if you're stuffing that cone, you kind of got to slide it in there in little smaller pieces, especially when it's a little dry, but it's still got that stickiness to it. As I'm pushing it into the cone is kind of sticking back together, but it may tear the paper on my cone as well. So it's got a little fight to it. You know what I'm saying? It's got a little fight to it. So y'all know, man, everything, participation, like always, is mandatory on the channel. So I hope y'all getting y'all something rolled up, or getting you a bowl packed, or getting your vaporizer ready, whatever it is that you do. I hope you're doing it and getting you one ready so we can start this smoke session together. You know what I'm saying? This is the 2020 version of a smoke session right now anyway, with what's happening in the world. This may be how you have to do your smoke sessions. You may have to do these virtual smoke sessions with people right now. You can't really be face to face and sharing blunts and shit like that, and sharing your wraps and your rolls and all of that. Can't really do it like that. At least you shouldn't be. Now, if you are, hey, you a dangerous motherfucker, straight up. You know what I'm saying? You a dangerous motherfucker. It ain't worth that to me. But we can't have these little virtual smoke sessions. And hey, on a real note too, don't miss out, man. We do these. I tell y'all all the time, man. Follow me on IG, because I go live on IG several times a week. A lot of the times lately, what I've been doing is I'll do an after review live smoke session where I'll finish smoking whatever I didn't finish during the review video, and then give the people that join in a kind of early synopsis of the flower and of my review before I even post it to YouTube, because I'll do these reviews before I edit the video and kick it up to YouTube. I'll jump on live and let y'all know my thoughts and everything, and finish smoking it and discussing it with you all live before the video gets even posted. So you kind of got that VIP access, you know what I'm saying? So be sure you subscribing to me and following me and all of that good shit. We are going to do a live announcement as well tonight on my Instagram live to see who the winner of that free ounce from RTA Hemp is going to be. So that'll be also on Instagram live. So I'll go back and get all the names of everybody that entered the contest. That part is over. The submission part is over. So please do not go now after you see this and try to re-enter, because I will not add you. So we gave a full week for that. So that time is over. So be sure y'all tuning in later on tonight. IG live. Follow my page, because I will post on my Instagram the time that I will be going live announcing the winner. So you do not want to miss that. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. We're going to give away a free ounce from RTA Hemp, one of the hottest companies right now putting out flower. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do a dry pull and see what this lifter is tasting like. You got to lick your lips before the dry pull. I don't want the raw cone sticking to my lips and shit. I can already tell how smooth it is and how fresh it actually tastes. Nothing like a good smooth dry pull. Flavor wise, it's got that kind of lifter taste. If you're familiar with lifter, it is right along the lines with other lifters, just as far as you can get that kind of subtle gassy, kind of really subtle gas kind of flavor from this lifter. All right, let's smoke, kinfolk. Okay. Again, I really don't judge it off of that first pull just because we are getting that butane from the lighter. I always forget to have my hemp wick down here with me. I'm just so used to using my lighters. So yeah, I never really judge that first pull or so whenever I'm using the lighter, just because it does have that kind of butane flavor to it. Okay, let's get a little more light on here. We kind of losing it a little bit. I think one of the actual stems some kind of way may have snuck in, and I got a little puncture right here. I got a little puncture. You can barely see it right there. Y'all see that? We got a little puncture wound. You know what I'm saying? We got a little victim. I don't have my papers, you know what I'm saying, where I can normally kind of fix that wound. I can bandage that wound. I don't have any down here. But we'll get through it. We'll get through it. You know, you can always just put your finger over that if y'all don't know. If you don't have the paper or the bandage, you know what I'm saying, always just put your finger over that hole and stop the bleeding, so to speak. Okay, so it's smooth. It's got a little bit of throat grab. It's kind of got that kind of sweet earthiness to it on the flavor. So the flavor is consistent with the smell. It's kind of got a sweet earthy flavor to it. Almost like a pine type of a earthiness and sweetness. And there go that. There it go. You know what I say, man. If you ain't choking, you ain't smoking. Straight up. And you ain't smoking if you ain't choking. And then, you know, once your burn passes that puncture wound, then you good to go. You can tell this lifter, like you can instantly tell sometimes when you start. Okay, lifter. Let me have my voice back. Let me finish this review. You know what I'm saying? That lifter coming through, like, it's trying to put that lock on me right quick, trying to put the voice box on lock. Let me finish this review. You know how y'all be smoking and some shit how you start choking, and then you gotta look at that motherfucker. And then you gotta look at it. You gotta eyeball that bitch. Like, hold on now. Slow your roll, pump your brakes. I need to make it through. You know what I'm saying? Man, lifter gotta have a little understanding. We gotta be professional right now. Stop fucking with me. Nice clean burn. Y'all can see that white ash somewhat. You know what I'm saying? I know the lighting is more so focused on me, so anything up here is kind of dark. If I bring it back, you can see that white ash. We are getting a nice little oil ring to develop. There it is. You can see that glistening. You can see it shining. You know what I'm saying? So this may press out a little bit if you're doing your rosin or your concentrates and you're pressing. You may get a decent yield. It's not the biggest oil ring, but it is definitely there, and it's a full 360 ring going around there already, and we haven't been burning this but a few minutes. But like I was trying to tell you before this lifter so rudely interrupted me, you can already tell sometimes when you start smoking if it's going to be one of those smokes that's going to boost your mood and kind of give you a little energy, or you can tell if it's going to be one of them ones that kind of put you down and be a relaxation type of a thing. And this lifter just always instantly kicks in and just boosts you. So that's why I say it's an excellent morning strain if you're somebody that deals with depression, anxiety, anything that's kind of holding you back. Or if you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you just feel like you need that little extra push, then you smoke CBD or you're interested in doing it, try some lifter. You know what I'm saying? Try some lifter. Electra is another good one that does that as well. So I would always recommend lifter for people that just need that extra push, that extra little get up and go kind of motivation. And this is also good for that mid afternoon when you kind of start to feel that grogginess through your day. If you are able to, you know what I'm saying, pop you a little bowl, or get you one rolled up and hit on some lifter for a minute, take a break, go outside, go hot box for a minute or something, pull on a little lifter and clear your mind, and go back and finish and accomplish and tackle the rest of the day's task, you know. Lifter would be something I would always start my mornings with. And especially if you're one of the people right now that's fortunate enough to be working from home, then by all means keep you some lifter rolled up throughout the day right there with you, man. And I promise you will stay motivated and stay focused, and just have that needed energy to make it through the day. You know, no lie there. That lifter will definitely come in handy. Again, nice, clean, smooth smoke with a decent amount of throat grab, so it's gonna make you respect it. You're not gonna just big pull this motherfucker and not have no kickback. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you respect it, but it's not harsh. So again, Hempire Direct has been very consistent with their flowers so far. They all seem to have that same amount of cure, that same level of cure. The trim job seems to be the same. My only thing I would say is that the lifter and even some of the previous other ones that you saw just seem to be a little stalky. They seem to have quite a bit of sticks and stems in the bag, but the flower is very pretty flower. You all have seen that consistently through all of the ones that I reviewed with my up close videos. You know, so it's not a bad flower. It just seems to have a little bit extra as far as like the stalks and the stems that are included in there. And as y'all OGs know, like me, you know, that adds to the weight as well. So I didn't weigh these up to see exactly where they were at, but if it's right at, let's say you got an ounce and you're right at 28 grams, but you got a lot of sticks and stems, then you're not really getting 28 grams of flour. I can't say that's what the case is with this, so don't take it that way. I'm just saying how I view, you know, sticks and stems. It always adds to the weight as well. So that's just me from my old kind of street days, you know. Nobody wants that added weight, that unwanted weight. So I appreciate you tuning in, Flight Crew. Stay tuned. Again, we're doing that drawing for the free ounce from RT Hemp later on tonight on my IG. So be sure you following me. Be sure you there to witness that and see if you entered the contest, if you are the winner. You know what I'm saying? So be sure to tune in. And then just keep it coming. We got plenty more reviews. We still going through this Hempire week of reviews. So stay tuned. Keep commenting. Let me know what you all want to see next. I appreciate you, Flight Crew. Thank you for fucking with me. Y'all know we steady leveling up. We upgrading. We never gonna settle for average. We're gonna keep upgrading, and we're gonna shine a new light on this CBD flower and the CBD game. And we're going to bring a new level of professionalism and not only raise the bar, but we're going to set the bar, Flight Crew. So keep fucking with me. Keep rocking with me. I appreciate y'all. And you know the motto, smoke something.